Hey, what's up guys? So in this video I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how to promote yourself as a barber. I'm also going to be showing you guys what kind of trimmers, clippers I use, as well as products. Stay tuned to the end because I'm going to show you guys my method and a whiteboard. I'm going to lay down my steps and show you guys in detail the techniques and process I use, so stay tuned. So how to promote yourself as a barber. First things first, you want to realize what kind of clients you want to have, what kind of people you want service. You want to start asking yourself, where can I find these people? Where can I go? What locations? Say you're trying to find the business guy, you could go to a seminar, an event. You're trying to find an athlete, you go to a gym, you go to a game, a football game, basketball game, wherever. Anywhere you're at, you can promote yourself as a barber because you're a walking, talking billboard. You gotta realize that. So I do suggest getting business cards. I do suggest getting a logo. I do suggest getting, say, brochures. All that counts. But you gotta make sure yourself as a person is first. You're trying to present yourself to somebody. Don't let it be all about yourself. Worry about the person who you're talking about. Don't approach a person and say, hey, I'm the best barber. I can give you the best haircut you've ever had. It doesn't work like that. You want to approach somebody with a compliment. Hey, nice shoes. Where did you get them from? Be interested in the person. At the end of the day, that's what it is. As you as a barber, your focus is on the client. It's always gonna be about the client, and you gotta let it be known from the start. So another thing that helped me too is you gotta be straight up. If a person asks you, oh, how long you been cutting? Don't say 5 years if you've been cutting for 10 months. Don't lie about your work. Honesty goes a long way also. Be honest about your price. If you're charging, $10, say $10. Or if you're charging, say $50, don't say $30 because the person might intimidate you or you might think they might not like what you say. Just say it honestly. Be honest about yourself. People appreciate that. Your image. One thing I did, I make sure people kind of notice me when I walk in a place, whether the stuff I wear, my style, just whatever, Kind of make yourself noticeable in an environment. Another thing that really helped me out was social media. Make sure you're on social media, don't be shy, just put yourself out there. Again, it's networking, it's part of the business. You gotta let people know what you're doing, and no one's gonna do that but yourself. So you gotta make sure you use social media, use it to your advantage. Most people go on social media and just use it to see what other people are doing or just to post with what they're doing, themselves. Use social media as your advantage. Without Instagram, honestly, I wouldn't be here. Instagram really has helped me out. Facebook, Twitter, I don't use Twitter, but I'm pretty sure if I open up Twitter, it'll help me out. So use social media to your advantage. Instagram really helps out. Instagram's perfect because you can post pictures, videos, stories. Instagram is really the go-to right now. Everyone's on Instagram. Instagram's pretty simple and easy to use. It's worldwide, it's international. One thing social media is, you gotta realize you could go global. People from the other side of the world could be watching your haircuts and who knows, they might fly in one day out here, just because they saw you on Instagram cutting hair and they like the way you cut. So use Instagram, and make sure you use hashtags. All that helps Instagram. With social media, make sure you're consistent. You gotta be consistent with any type of promotion. Be consistent, say whether you go approach a person and whether you approach a person, you gotta be consistent. Make sure you get their number. Make sure you get something from this so you can reach out back to them. Say in 3 weeks when it's time for another haircut. Hey man, remember me? Make sure you keep retention. Another thing, like I said earlier, is you want to start attending events, certain type of events, and you gotta choose the events. What I started doing is I would attend events such as like parties or just big events where I knew people would kind of be, where it's not like free event. Go to an event where people pay to be there. That tells you, there's money, there's opportunity there. And when you kind of just want to have fun with people, just network with people. Don't let it be about yourself. When you're in a club is a good place to go to promote your work. Make sure you turn up with the person. Have fun with the person. They're gonna like you just because you had fun with you, and they're gonna come just because you guys were turned together. Say you meet someone at a game, make sure it's about the game. Don't even mention business, just vibe together. It's about vibing and making sure you're good with each other first of all before you even bring up business. Make sure, again, when you go to these events, make sure you present yourself well. First impression is always most important. It always goes a long way. People always remember you by the first time they saw you. Usually that first memory lasts for a while, say 4 months, before they get a whole new image of you or something, but always first impression always is important. So another thing you want to make sure you know is that your work is on point. You know, the work is gonna present itself. The work is gonna do the talking for you. You're not gonna be doing any of the talking. The work does the talking. You know, so if you make sure your work is the best way, the best you can do it, the work is gonna promote itself to your clients. The people who come get a haircut from you, they're gonna like their haircut, so they're gonna go tell their friends, or their friends might just like the way the haircut looks, so they're gonna ask that person, where did you get your haircut? And that person's gonna refer to you, you know? So if you make sure your work is right, it's gonna take care of itself. If you make sure your intentions are right from the beginning, everything's gonna take care of itself. So it's really a situation where you gotta be right with yourself, you know? You gotta, it's like it comes out to the decision that you're just gonna do it. If people get the feeling that you're just about what you say you are, they're gonna follow or they're gonna buy it, you know? They're gonna get a haircut from you. So make sure, again, you know, if you really want to do this, if you really have a passion for this, if you really enjoy doing this, then it's gonna happen naturally, because you're naturally gonna be happy to tell someone, or happy that someone finds out that you're a barber, you know? You know, man, make sure you're good with yourself, you enjoy that you're doing this, let people know that you enjoy doing this, that you have a passion for cutting hair, you know? Don't be, I know at first I would get nervous, you know, to approach someone and tell them and even talk to them, I would get nervous, but I learned that just comes down to two things: either you're gonna get it done or you're not. And that's always how I think, you know, either you're gonna promote yourself or you're not. You're gonna do it the right way, or you're not gonna do it at all. So make sure, you know, say for example, you know, one thing that I did is that really helped out too is when I barely started learning, say a month in or two, that I was watching tutorials and I was practicing. I went to a barber shop and I would just be nervous to even walk in the barber shop, and I would talk to the owner and tell them, you know, I would ask them questions, you know, where did you go to barber school, you know, networking again, you know, talk about the subject. I asked them, where can I go to barber school, or how long does barber school last, how much is barber school? Then I asked them, then I would tell them, you know, the owner, you know, I'm learning how to cut hair, what tips can you give me, you know, network, reach out to people, reach out to someone you look up to, someone in your area, a barber that's booked, you know. Some barbers might not help you out, they might not like to give out their secrets, you know, but most will. So reach out, you know, network, that's part of networking, reaching out to prospects, reaching out to new people who you want to buy your product, to buy your services, and reach out to people who you look up to, people who could mentor you, who could give you advice, you know, not just me, but other people as well. Follow barbers on Instagram, you know, anything helps, anything that you can grab your hands on helps, you know. You just want to it's really about just getting familiar with how it works, you know, experience. So I like to keep it simple. I only use 3 clippers at a time, you know. Keep it simple, you know. I use the Andy's XL 2-speed for right now. This is a good machine, 2-speed. You want to make sure you really have one of these, so you can take these guards, you know, these metal guards. For the guards, you want to have sizes. For the guards, you want to have size 1 through 3.5. 1A, 1.5, 2, and 3. And you also want to have a 5/0. Also for the guards, I like to use only 3 plastic guards mainly. The 1 is the same size as the 1A in metal. The 1.5 is the same as the 1.5 in metal. And the 1/2 is the same as the number 1 in metal. You also want to have this set of guards, 2 through 8 wall guards. I recommend the premium ones because these are better durable plastic. You see this has a metal back, it doesn't get loose, it doesn't fall off the clipper. So, you know, I have this pretty neat set, try to stay organized when I'm cutting hair as much as possible. Again, you know, presentation. So, the next clipper is a Wa Seniors. I recommend these or the wall magic clips. You know, with the fading blade, the fading lever. And then for my lineups, I like using my wall detailers. I really recommend these over TI liners because these don't get hot, and these are stay light. They're really light. And then I like to have a shaver, you know, just in case people want to get skin smooth. Here's a shaver. For razors, right now I'm using Derbies, but I really like using Darko. But Derbies are pretty good. Razor blade disposal, anti-disinfecting fluid. You want to stay clean. Right here's all my other stuff. You know, you want to make sure you have a comb. Depending on the people you work with, I have 3 different types of brushes. You want to have a flat top comb. You want to have a pick. You want to have a razor. Okay, you want to have one of these. And you want to have a pair of scissors. You want to have oil for your blades. And I recommend this nick relief. In case you cut somebody, you could apply this and they kind of stop bleeding immediately. With the brushes, you kind of want to have 3 sets of brushes. Again, if you're working with textured hair, you want to have a brush that's kind of harder bristles, one that's softer, and one that's really soft and smaller. Comb. You want to make sure with the comb, you know, you have a comb that has wide teeth and smaller teeth. Same thing, I like using clipper side. For oil sheen, I like using Pro Line. Make sure you have a neck duster. This is basically gone, but you want to have some aftershave Clubman, or I like using the Dragon brand. Water bottle, you gotta label this. You want to have hairspray. Tresemme is a good brand. You want to have Topics hair fibers with a pump. You want to have Elegance shaving gel. That's what I use. You want to have your powder, and you want to have a twist sponge. And for gloves, you want to use Elegant gloves. Spandex. You also, if you're using a Square, you also want to take any type of payment method. So I recommend signing up for Square and using this, or find a way, you know, or the website that we use. So for my capes, I'm using Illusion, LV, and you know, you want to have a barber cape and a barber chair, obviously. You want to make sure you have a trash can, throw away trash, and barber case, enough to travel, just in case you need to go to someone else's house or somewhere, travel. Make sure you take care of your equipment. First guideline that we make is gonna be with our wall detailers. And then after that, our next guideline will be our clippers closed. So now I'm gonna teach you guys how I fade this line into this line. So the space in between, this is the finger length, this is the finger length, and the space in between. So I'm gonna write this right here real quick. So we're gonna mark the halfway between this with the dotted lines. this is the first line we made, you know, with the tail end. So we're gonna erase it. We're gonna come up. We're gonna keep coming up here, keep coming up. And once we got here, we're gonna pass this. But as soon as we pass it, we start lifting out. We're coming up, right? We're erasing the line. We're coming up. Where we're coming up, we still have the blade right here. Once we pass the halfway point, we start rotating out. So again, boom. Keep that motion in mind. That's how I do it. Now this will be gone, you know? We have this already done. The number 1 middle guard. So now again, you know, same thing with this one. We're gonna mark our halfway space in between. We already erased this line, so we're gonna erase this. So you don't come over like that, right? So this all still a finger width. So now we got. So right now, right, this line that we made was left off with our clippers closed, and this line that we made was left is our 1 middle guard, right? So to erase this line, we're gonna we open our clippers halfway open, and again, we start from here. Once we get here, we pull out. Halfway point, once you barely pass the halfway point, you start pulling out. In this step, you're gonna have to be messing between open and close. Halfway open and close. So you might hit this area close, you know, you're doing this, or you might open a little bit, come up and come out right here. These are your guidelines. This is an imaginary line in between those guidelines. So once you pass that imaginary line, you're gonna start pulling out. R. The next step is the number 1.5 middle guard. This line right here was made with our 1 middle guard, right? So to erase this line, we're gonna use our 1A. Our 1A. And again, we're gonna use the same technique. We're gonna start with our blade fully pressed on the scalp like this. We're gonna come up, and as soon as we pass this halfway point, we're gonna start doing this. So as you can see, you know, come and pull out. Use this part of the blade as your reference, you know, we start off with laying it flat down, and as soon as we pass this halfway point, we start rotating it out. This guideline right here, it's not gonna fully erase with the 1A. You're gonna have to switch back and forth between these, but you're gonna use this technique, you know, same technique. It's all on your. You're gonna see how much you need to cut and how much. It's barely gonna be anything. Alright, now that we have our number 1 blended and gone, that line is already raised and blended in. Now we're left with our guideline of 1.5, and this is the long hair on top. Now we gotta connect the fade from down here to the hair on top. And the way we do that is, so remember, we're almost done with the fade here, so this is the last guideline we need to erase. So we're not gonna make a new guideline. So what we're gonna do is blend. I'm gonna just put in how you can blend it out, the technique, you know, the halfway point. I have plastic guard, and I open it all the way away. Now come in and then come out. Same thing. Come in, come out, come in, come out, come in, come out, come in, come out. Get used to the feeling, you know? When you get to the midway area, you start backing out. You're gonna have to mess with the lever in this step right here in this area to get the blend, to get this as blended as possible. So you might need to close it halfway or close it all the way. This is all gonna be on you. This is how your eye's gonna catch. Whatever your eye catches is what you're gonna touch. So now that we have that, the fade is done. This line right here could be blended in by clipper over comb. Or it could be blended in with a 1 1/2 plastic